This senior from California spent countless hours in the gym trying to become big and strong like a bodybuilder, but unfortunately gained no functional strength for baseball. I played 7 years of pro ball, 3 years at the D1 level, played in a World Baseball Classic, and I've helped over 200 high school baseball players play in college. I have seen this mistake, and it has costed dozens and dozens of talented high school baseball players. Not only with their structure, but with their strength, their speed, and their explosiveness. Stay with us until the end to learn how Cyrus was able to overcome some of these struggles. All right, here we have Cyrus. Cyrus, feel free to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cyrus Guzman. I'm from Simi Valley, California. I play at Simi Valley High School. I'm an outfielder and a pitcher, and I really like playing baseball. I love playing baseball. I'm excited to keep learning the game and hopefully go to college and play professional too.
Awesome, man. Well, before kind of just walk through the whole journey of inside the program. Before joining into the program, like what was baseball like for you a good 4 or 5 months ago?
I thought it was my life, but joining this program really opened up everything. It opened up kind of the mental place that I had to be to really consider it my life, and just learning the game until I really found out the mental part of the game. And I think that mentally I've grown a lot. I love learning about the game, and it's not always about the physical part. It's the mental part too. So for me, baseball is my life. I hope it continues to be my life, and I love learning.
Dude, I love to hear that. And something stuck out. You mentioned like learning the mental game wasn't necessarily a priority for you before joining in, and that was kind of going into your sophomore year. So I guess go like rewind a good, 4 or 5 months ago. What was a priority? Like what were the priorities for you back then?
For me, I thought going to the gym as a bodybuilder, trying to big as possible, and it was a big priority, but I realized no, it's not. And I also realized that there's multiple parts of the game, and, just going out and hitting, every day or here and there, that's not fully taking account everything into the game. And it takes way more than just going out and hitting or going out to the gym just here and there. It takes, taking time out of your day to really understand your mistakes, understand what needs to be done, and just take video and learn what you could do better and what you're doing well. And I think just studying yourself and honestly other people and taking others' perspectives to really understand what is right and what's wrong and to better yourself as much as possible is really one of my biggest priorities.
hmm I love hearing that because obviously it's a never-ending, journey of wanting to learn more, understanding other people's philosophies or mindsets, and love all that. But talking about the physical side, because obviously we want to get bigger, stronger, faster in the game of baseball. Of course, not like a bodybuilder, but more as a baseball player. Do you remember what any of your stats or metrics look like before joining in?
On the lifting side of things, before I want to say I was about 225 deadlifting,
Okay.
and now I'm consistently deadlifting 315 or three plates for 5 to 6 reps. So
Okay.
that was nice.
Wait,
And
wait, wait. Before you were 225, is that a one rep PR?
yeah,
Dude, no way. That's
yeah,
insane. So we haven't done a one rep PR in a while?
nah,
And to be
not
honest
a
with
lot.
you, not needed, right? Not needed. If
Mhm.
you, dude, so you've gained at least 100 plus pounds on your deadlift.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go. What about your overall body weight? Talk to me about where you were before and now, basically.
Before I was about 130, and
Okay.
now I'm nearing 145, maybe even 150.
Okay. And how does the body feel? Does it feel just more agile, more explosive? Walk me through that.
For sure, agile. I've gained a lot of speed. I just feel stronger, honestly. Like the bat feels way whippier. It feels a lot lighter, and everything just feels like a lot easier and less stress on my body now.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier in the conversation before we started recording about the arm care side of things because you had a little bit of a hiccup with your arm. Walk me through kind of what you learned and what you were able to take away through the arm care and the velo course.
So for me, it sucked hearing that, it wasn't a good idea to lift. So for me, knowing that I can do things to further myself on the leg side of things and staying away from what I couldn't do really opened the door for what I could do and what I could further with what I couldn't use. And then also the fact that I could do stuff that didn't involve weights to evolve my game and to stay healthy as well. It was really awesome. So
Yes, 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 1,000 times yes, dude. You hit the nail on the head right there, right? Because I went through a couple of injuries, broke my wrist twice, tore my groin the last year I played. It's in those challenging times you have to find and have the mental clarity to figure out what we can do, not focus on what we can't do. right? And you said that better than I could have right now. But I guess before joining into the program, because everyone is in some regards a little bit maybe skeptical or maybe worried about certain areas of maybe an online program, to kind of just walk through. I mean, have you ever done a remote style training before?
No, never.
And what were your thoughts on it? Was it easy? Was it hard? Was it easy to communicate?
It was easy to communicate. Unfortunately, technology isn't always the easiest.
Mhm.
So, I mean, for a little bit, I didn't get anything. So I just assumed, I wasn't getting anything. But once we found the solution, it was great. I think it just takes a lot of accountability for sure, and the responsibility to check and make sure you're doing everything you should be. But I think all the information within this was absolutely amazing. There wasn't anything that was confusing. The videos for sure helped a lot. It wasn't just reading, which was awesome. I liked how I could listen and really understand everything instead of having to read. Because for me, reading can get a little boring sometimes and I lose focus. So having the videos and listening was amazing.
Yeah, dude. And that's, obviously the visual style of learning. But what was it that happened? I think it was early on. Was it something about Slack access or something like that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't getting the
Oh, you didn't
notifications.
turn the notifications
Yeah.
on, dude. Yeah, no, that's I think it was because of you. In the very first text that I send to all my new students now, I'm like, make sure to turn notifications on. That's
Yeah.
one of the big things because for whatever reason, Slack doesn't use that as like a default. But yeah, obviously with the visual style of learning, really, really important. And then we were also talking about on the mental side of the defense side. What were your thoughts on getting that clarity of basically how to go about defense and thinking the game?
I think it's awesome. I think for sure, one step ahead is always my thing. Since I was little, all my coaches told me one step ahead, know what you're gonna do, and don't fall under pressure when you do get the ball. And you can prepare for that to not happen, which is great. I think it's one of the best parts of being on defense. It's much less pressure to do your job, and to do that job, you really have to prepare. And the fact that it doesn't take any time to prepare, and you can do it on the spot before every pitch, and even with every pitch, knowing what you're going to do, taking the situation into account. In high school, playing everybody multiple times, you can read the hitter and then you know what to do. So I think that's a great part of the defense side of things. Just knowing what you're going to do and having that preparation is just perfect.
I love to hear that, but also on defense, defense becomes a lot easier when you run fast. So let's just talk about your 60-yard dash time.
Mhm.
Where were you at before joining the program, and where are you at now?
I want to say before the like months, way months before I even thought about the program, I was at a 9, and so I tried doing what I thought was right, and I shaved off maybe half a second, and I was at like 8.5, 8.4, and after this program, I'm at a solid 7.2 right now.
Let's go. So like a 1.2 seconds off your 60-yard dash time. Over 100 pounds in your deadlift, dude. I love to hear that. So mentally, everything kind of just combined into one. What's baseball like for you now, dude?
Now, it's so much more fun. I feel like now I just feel so much more confident. I have that second kind of like just feeling of like when I got on that field, I'm a different person. I'm no longer who I was outside of baseball, and now it's just me. It's my true self. It's how I just think it's just so much more eye opening. Like, this is what I should be doing in baseball. Like I'm actually having fun. Like I'm having a lot more fun. It's the second side of baseball I haven't felt since I was little. It's just so fun.
Helps when you're hitting home runs like you are, dude. Like the other day, and even your freshman year, doing things that I never did. But awesome, dude. Well, I guess the last thing that I'll ask you, and kind of just to wrap things up, let's just say like your younger self was watching this video before joining into my program, and maybe you were watching it alongside with your parents. What would you say to your younger self as far as what to expect inside the program? But then also, like, do you have any advice to any families out there that might be on the fence?
Yeah, for sure. If I was talking to my younger self, I definitely say you won't regret this if you really work hard. If you're gonna be lazy and if you don't think baseball's for you, if you're on the edge, then this might not be for you. But if you want to further your game, this will be one of the greatest decisions you'll make to further yourself. And if I was talking to any families out there, I'd say if your son asks you to do this, this will be something you won't regret and you 100% will see improvement. If your son is debating an online course, then this will be one of your top ones and should be one of your top ones to 100% guarantee good and big improvements on not his game, or not just his game, but everything outside of baseball too.
Dude, let's go. I love that.